everybody. Good morning. Oh, it's so lovely to see all these beautiful faces. Hi to all our visitors who are live streaming with us today. Whoever you are, wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you're welcome here today. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Reverend Zina Kacha. I wanted to bring to us today in our welcome the fact that tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. And we celebrate that day as a celebration of civil rights, his life as a leader and a legacy and a cultural influencer that changed the consciousness of many, many people in regards to, I think the most important thing that he was reminding of us of is our agency in freedom and our divinity as all being one, belonging to the one power and presence that is God. Let's get some music going here for us today.
All right, well, if you all would like to stand up with us, if you can, and if you're out there in the social media world, sing along. Blessed day, I am thankful, grateful heart, I am whole. Glory be to the power of this mind that I know. Soulful praise to the wonder, freedom, sing a joyful song. Calling love to the center, lifting all is one. Blessed day, thankful, grateful heart, I am whole. Glory be to the power of this mind that I know. Soulful praise to the wonder, freedom, sing a joyful song. Calling love to the center, lifting all is one. I sing it now, so it is anything a dream. It is singing now, so it is. Think bigger now, so it is. I'm holding this vision of peace, knowing a world of harmony, calling love to the center, lifting all, we are free. Blessed day, I am thankful, grateful heart, I am whole. Glory be to the power of this mind that I know. Soulful praise to the wonder, freedom, sing a joyful song. Calling love to the center, lifting all is one. I sing it now, so it is anything a dream. It is singing now, so it is. Think bigger now, so it is. I'm holding this vision of peace, knowing a world of harmony, calling love to the center, lifting all, we are free. Calling love to the center, lifting all, we are free. We'll take a moment to greet some of those neighbors out there. Right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 Well, at this time, we would like to invite any kiddos who are here for our kids program. We have all our lovely teachers up here, and we have an amazing outdoor program that they all get to wander our beautiful property and talk about nature and spirit and all the good things. So we're going to sing them out to their classes. It's nice to see all these kids. Yay! Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race. Have a wonderful time.
Hello, hello. I'm Heidi, practitioner for the day, along with Joanne. A reminder to silence your phones. And also a little notice for people who need prayer or want prayer or like prayer. We practitioners are available. And there is a prayer vessel at the back for prayer requests. Some of you were able to take advantage of January 1st and prayers of intention. And know that you can always email or call in prayer requests. Also, 7 o'clock every morning, there's a Zoom prayer by all the different practitioners. I mean, not all at once, one a day. A 5-minute prayer. You don't even have to go on video at all, just and be muted. But it's a really nice way to start the day. And we're kind of weekdays only, 7 o'clock. Check out the Zoom link on your calendars. So, welcome to this morning's prayer. Join with me in the knowing that we are a loving community, awake and conscious of that divine essence in all of us. That divine energy is available at all times, available as love, as compassion, as harmony and beauty and joy. And so today I am grateful that we can gather together like this as one, and that we know we are connected to each other and to that great divine essence inside of us. So thank you, thank you. And so it is.
Oh, let me feel inner peace from my center, from the center of me. Oh, let me feel inner peace from my center, from the center of me. Let's sing that again. Oh, let me feel inner peace from my center, from the center of me. Oh, let me feel inner peace from my center, from the center of me. My heart is open. My heart is open. I am awake. There is a knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open. I am awake. There is a knowing of love, love, love. Oh, let me feel inner peace from my center, from the center of me. My heart is open. My heart is open. I am awake. There is a knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open. I am awake. There is a knowing of love, love, love. Oh, let me feel inner peace from my center, from the center of me. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Let's sing that together. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Wide-eyed and mystified. Wide-eyed and mystified. May I be just like a child staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. May I never lose my wonder. May I never lose my wonder. May I never lose my wonder.
Okay, we can all go home now. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful prayer. Well, good morning again. Boy, I don't know what it is about that song. That always kind of gives allergies, you know. I wanted to bring something to us today that has just been swirling. You know how you go through processes and things are swirling in your mind? Well, I've had one of those weeks. Have you too? Anybody? Yeah, one of those weeks where it's sort of like I know the good, I know how to ask for what I need, I know how to do the internal work to get what I need, and yet there's some kind of lingering something that kind of holds back the good that is mine to have. And so my topic today has to do with that, and it's what do you yearn for? And I really want us to kind of let that sink in for a minute. Let it find residence in our bodies. What do you yearn for? And it started to, for me, lived me instead of me living the question. And I started to think about how, and maybe you did this too, during the whole COVID and kind of like how the world just got so different. It got really shut down. I felt isolated. I don't know what your experience was, but I can imagine many of us experienced a lot of sense of wobbliness, like not really knowing if we were coming or going or what was next and all of these things. And I got a little, and I'm going to admit it, I got a little like addicted to the programming, like the TV news and all of the hysteria that was happening. And there was a lot of new, uncharted, unmanageable in the consciousness that we had before type of events, right? But through my discussions with my spiritual teacher, she gave me a really great way to understand that there is a world that's out there and there's a world that's in us. There's a world that's out there that's absolutely conditioned in a way that in many ways we feel doesn't really cooperate with how it should be, right? And news is great at supporting that whole theory. And so what I've done since then is I've really altered my mind state to, I do watch the news. And many ministers would sit up here and say, I never watch the news, but they know everything about what's happening in the world, right? I do watch the news, but I watch it for prayerfulness, because it gives me a real good direction as to where to bring that idea of unity and peace and harmony, that idea of equality and abundance and prosperity for all, and trying to get information and assimilate it into prayer is really the context of my life. Everything that I see, everything that I do has a spiritual context to it, and I try to live in that as much as possible. So while I was doing this kind of exploration a few years ago, I said, God, isn't there ever any good news? So what do? You go to Google. Good news. Well, sure enough, folks, there is, in fact, the Good News Network. Have you all heard of it? It's fantastic, right? Yeah, it's such a great kind of, reminder that there's good in the world, right? And it's what I like about it, too, is it captures all different stories along all different spectrums. So it's not just like these, woo-woo good stories. It's really like innovation, things that are being invented that can really change the world. It's about, archaeological digs, things that we never knew existed that actually can help us today. It's got all kinds of stories. So I'm part of what's called the Morning Jolt of Good News. It's a blog. And that jolt comes in and you read it and you kind of feel like, okay, what do they have to say to me today? So I wanted to share this story because I think it ties into what we're talking about, this idea of yearning. So the story goes that there's a guy by the name, I believe it was Corey, and he's an exterminator, right? So he goes and that's his living, killing bugs, capturing rodents, whatever it is that exterminators do. So he gets this bright idea to start putting that online, on TikTok. So he does videos about creepy, crawly things, right? And he goes, in the story, it talks about him going to Walmart one day. And there in Walmart, he meets Marion, 92-year-old Marion, who works full-time, 6 to 9 hours a day, still on his feet. And Corey is like touched by that and was wondering, well, why does he still have to work? And so he took it upon himself to elicit his 300,000 followers to donate to a retirement fund for Marion to be able to retire. I found that to be so fascinating. So here he puts up this GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe is, they raised all the money in 2 hours or less. Doesn't that remind you of the Christ and the loaves and the fish and feeding, that was 5,000 people. I mean, we're in modern age. Now we're feeding, 200,000 people for $1 each are giving Marion what he needs, what he wants, what he's yearning for, what's important to him. And I think that's what's really important about yearning, because it moves away from this idea of having, I got to have this and that, and all these sort of outside condiments to decorate our lives. Those are all great. I've been blessed with many. But yet there's something in yearning that's so pure. And it really falls into this idea of having agency. And I think I brought that up when we were kind of celebrating for a moment Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy. The agency. And our agency is divine. Like, to get that across to ourselves sometimes takes a lot of knocking and a lot of hard knocks. I don't know why. maybe we're hard-headed. But there's something about when we open our minds to the facts that are true, that there is a spiritual truth that intertwines, dances with, and exists in, through, and around every single thing, every single person. Then we begin to find ourselves looking maybe more at the qualities of God. And we talk a lot about this, especially in classes. The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes' founder, was influenced by Thomas Trord. And Thomas Trord had this idea of the attributes of spirit. That spirit is always good. And some of them include this: love, peace, wisdom, beauty, freedom, wholeness, harmony, balance, health, abundance, and prosperity. And when I go back in my mind to that idea of what do I yearn for, and I remove it as an object, and I align with one of or more of those attributes for myself, I'm actually grabbing from the heavens and bringing down into embodiment my divine right to experience the qualities that are mine to experience. Mine happen to be freedom and wholeness. And I'm sure that you have your own that come to mind. It's the thing that makes me more creative, more able to influence those that I am here to influence. Freedom and wholeness first had to go through the transitionary period of everything that wasn't free in my life. And there's been plenty. We don't have time today to go into the details of my childhood, but I've earned the merit to talk about it. I will just set that placeholder there. That I wasn't always a happy person. That I wasn't always a person who felt integrated with all of the mega parts of life that are swirling and whirling. That now, the people who were very unskilled tried to raise me, and today I look back with loving, tender kindness, because in some very strange way, had I not had life laid out in that challenge, today I wouldn't be able to sit here and really, really embrace the idea of freedom. Agent, autonomy, sovereignty, to be able to own the superpower that is ours in our lives. Most of the time, like for the story that I was talking about in Yearning and the TikTok, he was helping Marion, but for him, the article, Corey's article, he mentioned to see another human being, a stranger, and to be able to bless him. I had blessings one could imagine, and I got to that for this stranger was his yearning. And Marion, his yearning was fulfilled. All he wanted to do is stop working so much, to Florida with his family, his children, his children's children, grandchildren, their children. And that's the legacy of love. It's taking whatever it is that is all to work out, and then to turn it over to transform. I'm a living embodiment, and I imagine that there's people in this room who are living in the midst of turning, they say lemon into lemonade, but we can really call it crap into gold, right? So when we do this, we're tuning into something. And it's almost an abstract idea. I talked about this in my January 1st talk too, around how the spiritual creative process works. And it works in nature, it works in the universe, in the cosmos. I mean, as time is going on, we're uncovering so many mysteries that were once a mystery are now becoming a reality. You know, science of mind in its real root form is like quantum physics on steroids, right? And it's about our ability to create not only for ourselves, but once we're able to create for ourselves a life with the attributes that are ours to express in the world, then we're able to touch others in ways that we never imagined. And that's what it's all about. That's the legacy part. Our own healing, all that work, all that times that you said, God, why do I have to deal with this stuff? All of that is the gem, is the pearl of great price that is yours to harvest and bring to the world. And it could be the world like this, like you and a family member, to the larger family, to the larger, to, you know, the circumference goes on and on and on. And we know many people who are able to influence a vast audience, but that's not really what we're talking about here today. You're an audience of one with the power of the universe behind you. That's hard to catch up to sometimes, to really, really fall into the reality that there is something, call it whatever we want, infinite. The architect, I think I brought that up a few times ago. Divine intelligence, God for some, something that actually is occupied with us, each of us in its own individual way. Even the traditional scripture talks about that idea, talks about, you know, that the spirit is the hands and the feet and the mouths and the ears and the eyes. How else can that thing, that invisible thing, be made visible? It's by us, through us, as us. And it's really a phenomenal thing. So how do we start to believe in those spiritual gifts that are ours to bring to the world? How? What do we do with it? We, you know, I think of Rolf Marston, and he says there's certainly a purpose. So let's explore this just for a minute if we can. So, what do you yearn for? Imagine if what you yearn for is the seed of purpose. It's actually what you were born for. And then he goes on to say, you're yearning to fulfill it. That's what it is. So it isn't an abstract thing. You actually have a purpose that is the longing. When you look at the dictionary, it says yearning is described as a feeling of intense longing for something, right? So we're actually yearning for a purpose to reveal itself. Find it. How do we do that? There's some really clear things in all spiritual traditions share the idea of meditation, mindfulness, centering oneself in spirit. Other things like us, our teaching, is we have to get away from the idea that we are anything less than divine. And that takes a lot of emphasis, right? And there's ways to do that. Reading spiritual scripture is always a great thing. And now we have like a lot of, it's so wonderful to see the world and how it's changing because and it's not changing, it's just revealing. It's time for the new church, the new idea of spirit, the new way of seeing things. And it's an old way, but we are the new generation of people that have the spiritual gift and spiritual eyes to see what can work for everybody. Inclusive, open, welcoming. The idea here, too, is that he goes on to say, once you know it, follow it. And that's where doubt, discernment, do I go this way, do I go that way? Really centering ourselves in purpose, not as this big outcome, but as a small step of not being the light with the bushel covering the beaming, divine person that you are. Touching others with just generosity of love and spiritual understanding that the road is not so easy. I may not be on the road you've been on, but I'm here for you. I love you. I want only good for you. That is powerful energy for collective healing of this community, the community outside of this community, and all of the communities of the world. We're the people we've been waiting for. That's a pretty good deal, right? I like you. So when I was thinking about yearning for this, what is it that I yearn for? And I'll share it with you, and maybe it resonates. I yearn to feel the presence of the divine. I don't know who took God and threw him out into the galaxies, but I welcome God back because it's here. It's right now. And I feel that presence, and I'm sure that you have felt it too or feel it often. It is a relationship probably as profound as the relationship I share with my spouse. It's there, and it has a voice, and it is my guide. The idea of love as a divine action, not in trying to get something. That's my old broken self that still hangs around sometimes, but she doesn't dominate as much. Love is more of a real giving without expectation of anything in return. Intimacy, to be closer to the beloved, that feeling of God's got my back. Spirit knows me like I know myself, knows me better than I know myself. And then the idea of satisfaction. How can we really find satisfaction in this spiritual walk if we don't start to see the results of our investment in a way, right? I mean, to grow a business for 15 years, to do all the entrepreneurial adventures I've done in my life, you want to spend time on things, but you want the results too, right? And these results are greatly satisfying because suddenly we start to see, and a very dear friend of mine used to say, lesson learned. Lesson learned is when lesson reappears and I do it differently. Lesson learned for me is different maybe than you, but it's the same concept, that we have these repetitive habitual patterns that we kind of carry through our life. And we keep saying, wow, why is that happening? Oh man, that's happening again. Oh man, gosh, 20 years that's been happening. What is it in that? Is it that there's a part that is shielding itself from worthiness, from love, from self-acceptance, from creative ideas, like that thing you're putting a lid on that is actually explosive inside of you that wants to be the artist, be the craft maker, build something, be something to someone? Whatever it is, it's individual, but collectively it is what community is all about. The desire to feel a wanting for something. I really want community. I think community is, again, back to the new way of being is community, working together, not to say, hey man, be like me, be different, because I need you. You need me, I need you, we all need each other because each of us has a piece and parcel to the divine that is ours to express in the world. It's one special signature on our heart. We're told by the divine that we are written in the book of life. In Science of Mind, we have a philosophy around the soul. The soul is in constant and forever expanding. It's immortal. It can't be desecrated. It can't be hurt. It can't be diminished. And it is here for experience, and it goes through this dimension and other dimensions by choice, experiencing. And this, to me, is the greatest dimension, because I can hold you. I can touch you. I can feel you. And we can be together. That's what drives my purpose in life. The remedy, I think, is spiritual eyes. When I was talking to you about the news, right? I put on those eyes, and I mean, they're like cross-eyed, right? I'm like, what is happening? And getting into confusion and wondering, where do I belong? Am I right? And then getting into judgments and trying to, take a whole group of other individuals and make them wrong. When the truth is God made us all. And each of us expresses exactly what it is for us to express. And the dignity and respect goes both ways for all of us. And so where I bring to that is this idea of spiritual eyes, putting on spiritual eyes, that the divine, no matter how we're meeting it, it's individualized in me and you, and we're meeting it all the time. Every juncture, every meeting, every expression is having a communication with the divine, putting those eyes on and seeing that and reminding ourselves when we start going into this mind that says, holy God, what is wrong with this person? That we come back to center and we respect the fact that that is the beloved operating as the beloved in another. And it's all the way that it's supposed to be. The things that I think we all yearn for is connecting with those qualities and embodying and then expressing them. So let's do that for a moment. Let's go ahead, if you feel comfortable, to just kind of get in your body. Yes, just close your eyes if that's good for you. If not, that's fine as well. I'll ask the question and I'll speak the qualities again. It'll land what is right for you to grab onto. What do you yearn for? Love, peace, wisdom, beauty, freedom, wholeness, balance, harmony, health, abundance, unity, joy, prosperity. Let it land. Let it be you, whatever that is. And as we come together, I'm just going to close us in prayer with that in mind. Whatever that power word is, it's your superpower. Own it, follow it, allow it to live you. We come into this place of what do we yearn for? Grab your word, whatever it is. That's what you yearn for. And I speak my word about that. My yearning of freedom and wholeness and your yearning are one thing happening. Spirit, the one life, living, breathing, expressing. It has no bounds, it has no ends, it does not know anything but infinity. And it lives on and on beyond the beyond the beyond. It's in me, it's in you, it's in all of us. It's breathing us right now, living us. And as we express these attributes in our life, we pick up and do the work of that is ours to do here in the world. Turning towards and never away from the good. It's waiting, pressing down and pouring over. It just needs a receiver. I say yes to it, and I hope and wonder and in awe of it, know that as we all say yes, we're able to connect and know our true nature. We are divine. So I release these words knowing they're good and very good. And I say yes, and I ask for your yes, and I say, and so it is. Thank you.
We're going to have our ushers come up and Yes, this is your part, but I can do it. Yeah. Thank you for your contributions to our center. It's all right. All right, well, let's sing a song as we think about the abundance that's flowing through all of us. I am open to receive all the good that is for me. I am open to receive perfect love and harmony. I am open to receive abundance and prosperity. I am open to receive all the good that is for me. I am open to receive all the good that is for me. I am open to receive perfect love and harmony. I am open to receive abundance and prosperity. I am open to receive all the good that is for me. I am open to receive all the good that is for me. I am open to receive perfect love and harmony. I am open to receive abundance and prosperity. I am open to receive all the good that is for me. I am open to receive all the good that is for me.
Oh, we have one more song.
No. It's all the wordy time now. It's you, you're back. You're back.
Okay, balloon. Bring the balloon down. All right, I'm back. All righty. Well, guess what? We have some announcements. So let me put that hat on, and here we go. We have our women's group meeting today, and that is led by right here, and that's led by Andrea Wood, our beloved practitioner here, and Deb Dole, and it starts at noon. Our other beloved practitioner here, noon to 1:30 p.m. It's in person. There is no Zoom option for that. Sorry, folks, but come on down to Bellingham. And they meet every other Sunday, I believe, right? Third Sunday of every month. Okay, I'm doing really lousy at these things. Be sure to bring a journal and something to write with. Okay, join the Earth Stewards. This is really fun. This is January 29th. We're going to be doing a screening of the movie Kiss the Ground. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely unbelievably earth-shattering, progressive, and amazing ways for the environment to improve. But more importantly, if you have seen it, see it again, because it's like a book that you read and you're like, I didn't remember that part. It really has some good information about things that you can do as an individual to help the environment. We're also so blessed with our dear friend, Patty and my dear friend, Peter James, the photographer, who's here in town and does photos of nature throughout the Bellingham and greater Washington state. He's going to be here to have a brief talk and chat with y'all, because I know every one of you will be here on the 29th, and he'll introduce us to his Trillion Trees project and what that foundation is about and how you can help support it. January cooking event, preparing meals for the unhoused, January 23rd, 2:30 p.m. This is really amazing. We had the great opportunity to come together. There was probably about 12 of us, I would say, last time, and Shelley and Steve Shelley came and picked up the food and brought it out to a place that's like a holding spot for these individuals to bridge to services. And it's a group of people who literally put backpacks on with fresh, hot-made food, and they backpack it in to different homeless camps that are outside of any kind of contact with really the city or anything. So people are actually living out there, and this is a way for this organization to not only touch but inspire those who are unhoused to make their way back into society. So it's a super positive thing. We welcome you to come prepare a meal. We laugh. We just have a lot of fun. No food fights, though. I don't know. Andrew's getting pretty crazy, so who knows what's going to happen. Teen group info meeting on January 27th, 6th, 2nd. Oh my God. January 22nd, 11:45. Teen advisor and licensed practitioner Kate Wingerter. Thank you. Kat, did I say Kate? Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to fire me. I'm not going to be invited back. Okay, this is really great because right now, actually, Kat, who's also a ministerial student, is at Camp Cedar Ridge, which is a CSL retreat camp that was just purchased a couple of years ago. And they are doing what's called the Winter Teen Camp. There's 2 camps annually, and she has decided to really bring that ministry here into our community, and it's growing. She has 3 or 4 students or teens from our center, as well as they meet in an application or a platform where they can share all of the things that teens share. I'd love to be a fly on the wall, that they share on Zoom or some application that allows them to not have any walls. So we can have people from the Midwest. There's even some European teens, and so it's really a powerful thing that she's doing, and we hope you'll come if you have a teen that you think would benefit from coming to a teen camp or being involved as a teen. It's a really great opportunity to do that. We have another pop-up event. Do I see Jean Wilson? See Jean? Okay, stand up, Jean, so they know who you are. All right, Jean is doing a pop-up. We're doing these pop-ups are a great way to get kind of a deeper involvement in community and fun activities. And so pop-up meaning that we pop them up, we say, here's what the event is. Please come, join us. And if you'd like to join, you can get more information about this at the Ask Me desk. But the basis of this is Let the Good Times Roll, Saturday, January 28th, 7 p.m., Bunko Party with the Wilsons. Woohoo! All right, so see Jean after this gathering, and she can give you detailed information. How many are in there as far as how many people can go? 12. So there's only 12 spots. So if you like Bunko or don't like Bunko and want to get to know people, please see Jean. That's about all we have for today. I hope you enjoy this beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest, and blessings to you all. Thank you.
All right, we'll go out with a song if you'd like to stand with us. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Where there's hatred, I will love. Where there is hatred, I will love. Where there is sadness, I will bring joy. Where there is darkness, I will shine. I am an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. week, and we'll see you again soon.